Earth versus the Bandit Brigade. Escaping the grasp of the android, Piccolo demands to know what he just did. To the horror of Jocko, 7-3 did the thing he just explained our heroes needed to avoid. Placing his fingers to his forehead, Shimareka encourages him to do it. Using the special beam cannon, the villain sneers that it looks like Piccolo's got some sweet moves up his sleeve. You let him copy all of your abilities!
What? Jocko!
After them. Wait up!
Nah, you're gonna fight me.
After getting knocked off the lookout, Piccolo beelined it to save him, not knowing he had rocket boots all along. Although, it's worth noting these things only work for short bursts. Gathering themselves, he scolds Piccolo. You just had to go and let him grab you even after my warning about his ability. Who admits that was sloppy of him. But now he just needs Jocko to tell him the best way to fight him. The patrolman responds, well, the copied moves are just as strong as the originals. Meaning, the one he fired off was basically no different than if you had done it. Piccolo thinks he understands. The same logic goes for his punches and kicks. They're all going to be like his own moves. So this means you must think of it as fighting an exact copy of himself. When they spot the villain coming, snatching Jocko's blaster, Shimareka taunts, over here, galactic loser, prompting the purple patroller to fume. You dare steal my sidearm! It's as important as a galactic agent's life! You've got some nerve, Shimareka! Give it back! Getting mouth blasted, Jocko shouts over to Piccolo that he forgot to mention that guy's got infinite stamina, so he can't wear him down. Something that would have been nice to know a little sooner. Getting Krillin on the back foot, he struggles. He wouldn't expect such sharp attacks based on his looks. With this going on, Bulma pushes Mr. Satan towards the battle, urging him to help. Who stutters?
Sure thing! Cue Ball needs a backup, huh? Ah!
Getting wrecked through the entire lookout, Hercule shouts after him, asking if he's down there. Bulma tells everyone to get in her plane and they'll follow him.
Damn it!
Unable to overtake his foe, Piccolo laments the fact that he's getting beaten by his own techniques. Jaco tries to alert he'll be back to normal after 30 minutes. Just try to hold out until then. The rough truth is, he doesn't think he'll be able to last that long. Narrowly avoiding the blast himself, the patrolman frantically wonders where Piccolo even went. Was he blown to bits? Luckily, Gohan arrived just in time to save him, asking if he's okay. Jaco is elated to see it's Goku's kid. The Namek thanks him for the save, though he is a little disgruntled by the situation. He apologizes for being late, wanting to know what's going on. Who are these guys? Still catching his breath, Piccolo will save the long version for later. For now, just don't let that one grab him by the neck or else he'll copy his powers. Right now, Gohan is the strongest fighter on Earth they've got. Taking off his glasses, he hadn't realized his dad and Vegeta were off-world. With Goku, far, far away from Earth on an uninhabited planet, Son Goku and Mirrors train in a special dimension cut off from the outside world, one where time flows differently. On the ground, Goku's beginning to doubt he actually ever managed to use Ultra Instinct. Mirrors assumes he was in an extreme crisis when it was first activated. And yeah, it was a matter of life and death. His mentor thinks the quickest way to achieve this again is to replicate those conditions. But does this mean he's got to be prepared to die during this training? And that's exactly what it means. Looking like he's barely able to stand already, Goku responds, "Fine, then you'd better come at me to kill." Then on planet Yardrat, Vegeta meditates on a giant needle, seeming to hold himself up by only using his feet. He questions the locals how many more days they have to go. Haibara tells Vegeta that his spirit is even less stable than Goku's was. First, he must achieve balance in body and mind. Given the way both of them are raised, this actually makes a lot of sense. That's gads. By the way, Goku was up there for 150 days. But 150 days? This outburst causing his balance to become disrupted again. Vegeta grunts that he's starting to regret ever coming to this rock. Himself more of a match for the machine, Gohan's mentor comes over to compliment his work. He grins and admits, "I know your moves just about better than anyone, Piccolo," who has to reveal he has mixed feelings about him beating a copy of himself that easily. Cleaning up with a clothes beam, the Namekian wants to get out there and end this. Using Piccolo's gigantification ability he hasn't used since his fight against Goku in the World Tournament, the intimidation tactic doesn't appear to work on Gohan in the slightest. The android takes a swing and a miss at the young Saiyan as he leers he's pretty familiar with that one too. Looks like Piccolo may be using it off-screen while the two train. The energy from the battle causing the ground to shake around Krillin and Yumba. Looking over. Seeing their best fighter hit the dirt, Yumba abandons his battle to go help. Shimareka trying to coach him off the ground. He cheers for him not to quit on him now. Landing, the rejoining convict questions what's going on. And it turns out 7-3 was right. Their data for this planet was super outdated. And that's the guy that should have had their own man copy. Shimareka suggests that whatever it takes, 7-3 needs to get his hands around that guy's neck. Krillin joining the others. He's happy to see that it looks like Gohan finally showed up. Piccolo mentions how he's definitely someone they can count on, same as always. Kame! When suddenly the image of Piccolo vanishes from 7-3's forehead and he returns to normal size. Jocko hollers over that the ability wore off. He's out of time. Really seeming to put the bandits on the back foot. He screams for Gohan to fire it off anyway. Now's his chance. With Gohan arriving to save the day and 7-3 back to normal. Surely this is exactly what our heroes needed to turn the fight back to their favor. That is unless they have something else hidden up their sleeve.